lot of them have done that to me. Naomi Klein,
Yes.
Norm Chomsky,
Yeah.
Gloria Allbright. There's all these people that I look to, and
Yeah. Yes.
Norm Chomsky.
Yeah.
Okay, to wrap it up, I guess I don't have the screenshot, or maybe I forgot to mention this. I saw sheets. There was some wind, and it blew the sheets, making it seem that Allie was reading off the script. And I thought Franco was staring down the guy in the bottom right corner, but maybe he was also looking over some scripted sheets that got sent to them from their Department of Defense handlers. I guess I took a few notes. The protest thingy, the fake protest. Just go watch it. Fake is as fake does. Redneckonomics, they claimed, was going to give social media a rest. But no, there she was in the comments, for the chat comments. So you can't really see them unless you go into those. I was trolling in there. I don't know. They seem to let us troll, but I didn't really get any feedback. And I wasn't looking for feedback too much. It seemed like every time I would drop a decent troll post, they would saturate the chat so mine would quickly get bumped out of view. I noted that perhaps Redneckonomics didn't want it so obvious she's related to Chandra and Amber. You look at Chandra and Redneckonomics, they have the same exact bodies, the same shoulders, the same, I don't want to say too much, but they're the same. It's genetics. If you watch H.A. Goodman and Melvin Goodman, you can't help but notice they're very similar. And in my defense for Chad Lilly, Unirock, they sounded very similar. And I thought maybe over time, Unirock, he changed. Plus, it was tough to get a good view of Unirock until recently. I don't even go near that stuff. It's so babyish. It has nothing to do with myself, my interests, I mean. I know it's COINTELPRO. Same with DeFango. I never cared about him. He's so nauseating. He's so boring. Patricia Negron. They're all fake. They're all getting paid by front groups affiliated to the military-industrial complex. These are the proverbial rat effers. I wrote, I won't download the protest. I have something there that might be the protest, but maybe not. It might be when they were just sitting last night having a chat in the hotel. I would download the protest and share it, but if anyone's interested, you can just go there and see for yourselves that no one showed up. Maybe I can easily find the video of an Assange protest by Deb Delapiana. It was in Boston probably a few years ago. I have some really nice footage piling up at this point, but it's tough for me to know where to go to find it. So a lot of it is hit or miss, or I just have to kind of improvise whatever I find that looks good from the past. I'll just try to crunch it in. That's how I usually do it. I tend to get lucky and things just magically seem to line up. I do work at it though. I do try to tinker, move things around and whatever. I am trying to do something artistic with these films, these amateur films I make. I am trying to get across a philosophy through the use of the material, the video, the mixing and matching, the, what's it called? The mishmash? What was that stuff? Memes. The deep state or whatever, they make a big deal out of these meme stuff, but it's all just words, like intersectionality. Anyone can make up words. Incel, that's all made up. Memes are just basically making a post using the picture. I used to do that. I'd have a picture, and then I'd make up a funny caption. So did I invent memes? So I just wrote here to wrap up this audio here that I won't download the protest. It's too much work for my eyes. I don't want to just keep repeating myself. I think this might finally be a good jumping off point. I proved that these are fakes. Steve Poikonen has to prove that he worked for the nation or the whole thing's over. I'm calling it as a bluff. I don't believe it. I already feel that the Redneckonomics, Manitalk, Mitchell Held, Graham Elwood stuff was gold for cyber sleuthing. It's why I think they tend to sort of mimic me here and there. Especially the dive, that thing is so obvious that they're mimicking me to perhaps try to gaslight me. They probably think I'm in love with Alexandria Cortez because that was art. I mean, she's cute, but that was just art. I don't know. So, anyway, I'm just saying it looked fairly obvious to me that they were mimicking me, how I have this special interest of looking for tardive dyskinesia. They were applying it to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The hypocrisy of that type of thing is ridiculous. It doesn't upset me. I feel that I have gotten through to those people as individuals that they're done, that they were exposed, that it was a reverse COINTELPRO operation towards them. They were the targets. It was a non-violent cyber sleuth investigation that was extremely fruitful. There was a lot of ignorance on their part. These are very ignorant people. They're from the military. Getting the impression a lot of them found out about this job from the military because they were military, so perhaps when they were possibly arrested for drug use, they were given an option of a plea deal in which they could become part of the psychological operation on Americans. There's no other way to phrase it. They're filling up the bandwidth. They are the reason why we have no freedom of speech and association. We don't get the page views. We don't have fake page views. We don't have fake subscribers. We don't have some system where 20 people are giving it thumbs up to 0 with no comments. It's obviously rigged. They make it so obvious. My question is, how can they be so stupid to make this so obvious? What is the point in them using junkies, apparent junkies? What is the point in all this? How can anything they're doing be effective? How can having a Manitalk and Redneckonomics getting 40 views for their stupid shows, Ebon Kim, all that stuff, how could any of that be worth it? The flat earth crap that Ebon got into, and how can any of this, that guy Yuri Smoter doing one-on-one interviews, how can any of this be worth anything? So it seems to me that these are stupid people, this is a stupid military, they're wasting money. All this stuff is paid by tax money. There's no way that any of these big platforms are making money off of advertising. I don't think the advertising model ever made any sense. So I think where the money is coming into play is through the tax, through the government, through the military. This is a military-financed internet.